Hi. So when I first tried to learn how to play the guitar, I didn't. But then the second time I tried to learn how to play the guitar, I also didn't. But the third time, let me tell you, I did. But I think a huge part of that was picking the right guitar to play on. So if you're looking to buy your first guitar, you came to the right place, because I've had not one, not two, but 3 first guitars. Now I know what you're thinking. 3 first guitars? No. While you're technically right, I consider them first guitars because they're the first guitars I used each time I tried to learn again. Do you know what I mean? Even if you don't, you can call them second or third. It's still about finding the right guitar for you, so I can still help. So I'm going to take you through my journey of when I got these guitars and like the pros and cons of each type of guitar and why it ultimately didn't work for me, or did work for me for this one. So if we go way back, whoa. So this is my first guitar. Picture me at 11 years old. I was a big Green Day fan. I owned literally all of their albums. All I listened to on my walk on like Green Day fan sites. You get it. So I ended up getting this guitar for Christmas. Essentially, my parents were at Costco. They were like, hey, our kid's a weird punk kid. He'd probably like this. And I did. But before I rip into 11-year-old me's taste, I want to say like the good things about getting a guitar like this. And by like this, I mean a cheap guitar. So the first good thing about this bad boy, it's not very expensive. So if you don't have a guitar at home and you've never actually played a guitar, so you don't actually know if you'd like it, a good place to start is with something that, you know, won't make you bankrupt, and this guy sure didn't. The second good thing is it's a guitar. I know, wow. The third is it's new. I don't know if that matters to you. I don't know if it matters to me, but it's something. The fourth thing is, at the time when I was 11 years old, this guitar was perfect. It was black, it was electric, it was cool, it was what I wanted. So now the downsides to this guy. I know, what? Downsides? But no, number one is that it's a cheap guitar. And by that I don't mean like it doesn't cost much, which it doesn't. It's that the quality is not very good. It doesn't sound good. Well, it's not tuned, but if it were, it still wouldn't sound good. It's kind of discouraging when you're first trying to learn that your guitar sounds bad for a reason other than the fact that you suck. Number 2 con to this guy is that it was bought without doing any research. My parents just kind of went into Costco. They're like, hey, that's a black guitar. So on top of being inexpensive, it was just a bad buy. You know what I mean? Next guitar is this one. I'm kidding. It's this one. But I mean, what's the difference? So this was my second first guitar. My friend Corey, you guys know him. I've made a video or 2 with him. This is his channel. It's in the description, whatever. So when I was like 17 years old, Corey heard that I was looking to play guitar, or I told him, I don't remember. But we ended up making a trade. I gave him Legend of Zelda for the Wii, and he gave me this guy. And that leads me into my list of pros. Number 1 is it's a good quality guitar. It's sturdy, it sounds good. The second pro is that it was free. I mean, like the price of Legend of Zelda, but basically it was free. That leads me into the cons. Number 1, despite this being a good guitar, I didn't have any of the gear to actually like utilize its strengths, I guess. And because it was my second first guitar, I didn't really want to go out and spend a bunch of money on it when I didn't actually know if I liked playing it. But the thing is, without an amp, it's not that fun to just like quietly strum things, especially when you don't know how to play. So I didn't really give myself the opportunity to enjoy it. The second downside is this isn't really the guitar that I wanted. At the time, I was like big into folk music, and you don't see a lot of folk artists playing guitars that look like this. Even though a guitar is a guitar, if it's not a guitar that you enjoy playing, it's just gonna be that much more difficult to actually make yourself play. So ultimately, it didn't work out with this guitar because it wasn't the guitar for me. Which brings us to my third guitar, this guy. So I got this guitar about 2 years ago. The big difference between 2 years ago and when I was like 17 and 11, I liked Green Day less, but also I actually had some money to spend. Not a lot, but some. So I knew what I was looking for in a guitar. So I went online, did a bunch of research, was like, what's the best bang for my buck, whatever. And then I went to the guitar store and tried out like 3 different ones that I was looking at. This is the one that resonated with me. I liked the look of it. I liked, you know, I didn't play it, but the guy in the guitar store played it, and I liked the sound of it. And yeah, so honestly, the biggest thing for me was, you know, just getting a guitar that I wanted. And because I had bought this one with my own money, I also got like this sense of pride of like, you know, owning it. You know, like when people get a car or their first house. For me, I got that with this guitar. And that's cool. So pretty much to sum things up, the difference between this one and the other ones, that worked for me, and it could be different for you, but I think these are the 3 factors to consider. Know what you want, set a budget for yourself, and do your research to make sure that you're using that budget properly. If you don't have any budget at all, a guitar is better than no guitar. My one concern with that, and I don't know, it might be an irrational concern, but it's what happened with me, is that because I didn't like playing the guitar that I had, I thought maybe I didn't like playing the guitar at all. well, which turned out not to be true. I love playing the guitar. So if you're just playing the guitar that's laying around your house, or your cheap Green Day Costco guitar, and you don't like it, it doesn't necessarily mean that you won't like playing the guitar. It's all about finding the right one for you. That's pretty much all I have for today. If you have any questions for me, leave a comment and then I'll reply to it. If you disagree with something that I said, leave a comment and I'll cry, but I'll reply to it also. Yeah, thanks for watching to the end. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, bye.
I just wanna know how you feel.